population owns 2/3 of the world's resources. The other 99% of us, we have the power. We just have to realize it. Healthcare in the US is for profit, it's disgrace. But yet they fund the project, sending rockets into space. It's not for the common good, the system's rich, hawking goods. The rich get positions in the system, build the prisons, make commercials they envision. They gonna mold how we live. It always makes me
now. What do we want? 15! Do we want it? Now! What do we want? 15! When do we want it? Now! Alright! Woo! Make some noise. Hello, my name is Dan.
What's your last name, Dan?
It's Troop.
K-R-E-W?
K-R-O-O-P, like troop. Like the troop of people we have mobilized here today in New York City. Woo! We are here today because 2 weeks ago in Seattle, Seattle led the way. Seattle showed America that workers, the 99%, are not going to take it anymore. Today in New York City, we know this is the most expensive country, the expensive city in the entire country. It is like its own country to live in. But we know from Seattle that it's about mobilizing the grassroots. We cannot trust politicians to get to 15. We have to trust ourselves. All right, so what's going on in New York? Let's talk about the politics here. We have the tale of two cities mayor, Bill de Blasio. Bill de Blasio says inequality is a bad thing. Do you agree? Yeah. Do you think Bill de Blasio's done very much about inequality? No. Do you think he's going to do anything unless we gather thousands of signatures and force him to? No. Probably not.
No.
We know the answer is no. So what we're doing is mobilizing people here in New York. The way we do that is by you're helping collect signatures, you're getting donations, you're funding the grassroots. Now, there's a lot going on in New York, so I want to cut right to the chase. What are we doing in New York? And what we're doing is reaching out. Every week, we do tabling in Queens, in Brooklyn. We've gathered over 1,000 signatures already. Now, what we need to do is keep building that momentum, and we need every activist here to make it their personal duty to take on some of that responsibility, because no politician is going to help us get to $15. We need your support, brother. So let's talk about the future. We got a 15 Now campaign. I'm Dan, I'm a member of 15 Now, I'm an organizer. I'm also a member of Socialist Alternative. We've got other allies from other organizations here. I want to talk about not just 15 Now, but also Howie Hawkins. Howie Hawkins is the Green Party candidate for governor. His #1 demand is a $15 minimum wage. So we need to support Howie Hawkins. We need to make sure that the $15 demand, people understand that the Democrats and the Republicans do not want 15. The people who want 15 are Greens and independent socialists and left activists. We're the ones organizing and rallying. So lend your support. I'm going to finish by saying we have a victory celebration to celebrate what happened in Seattle on Tuesday. Do you know what time it is on Tuesday? 7 o'clock. Do you know where it is on Tuesday? The Grand Victory in Williamsburg. So come celebrate with us. We're gonna have a raffle. We've got awesome prizes and things. We're gonna be selling t-shirts. There'll be drinks available. 7 o'clock on Tuesday. I expect to see every one of your beautiful faces there on Tuesday. Solidarity, solidarity forever, and let's win 15 now. Woo!
Hi everybody, I want to talk to women. In the United States today, women are 60% of the breadwinners in families. We receive that much graduate and college education as men, but still we are paid way less. For every dollar that women do in this country, for every dollar that men do in this country, women receive only 77 cents. But black women do only 64, and Latin women do only 54. And why is this? It's not only because we are still paid less for the same job, because we don't negotiate properly. It's not only because the typically female works like nurse or daycare giver or cleaner are paid really, really low. but mainly it's because we are concentrated in minimum wage jobs and jobs with deep penalties. We are 70% of the workers in restaurants. And what are our leaders saying to this? How are they approaching these questions? They may sign nice bills that they never try to implement, while they allow that the CEOs and the profits of big business keep growing and growing. Today, the CEO of Starbucks is doing 1,000 times more than the minimum wage worker at Starbucks. And women are 2/3 of the minimum wage workers. After the recession, 50% of the works in this country generated were minimum wage. We need to raise our voices. We need to get organized. Because if we don't do that, they are going to tell us what is our place in society. Minimum wage. Working your ass every day for just pennies. We need to get organized and raise our voices and start saying, we know what we want. We want 15. We want 15 because that's the beginning of a dignified life for 13.1 million of women and families that depend on us. But even more, we need 15 because that's what we decide to get. Because if we don't start raising our voices, we are going to be screwed as always. We need to get organized, active, as women, powerful women, that have helped to build this country and help every day with our jobs. And I think that we need to get organized all together, men, women, for raising the minimum wage. This is the first step. The first step for building living, dignifying living conditions for all of us.
It's great to see everyone coming together for such a great cause. Did you guys know that the CEO of Starbucks makes $9,000 an hour? Even when he's sleeping, he's making $9,000 an hour. And when you're working overtime, when you're working for hours, maybe, just maybe you're making $9 an hour. Do you think that's okay?
No!
It's not. And that's why we're out here fighting for 15 in New York City and across the country. We just spread to New Jersey and we're rapidly growing every single day. That is what this movement is. I am a low-wage worker and I'm a young person. I know that I have to pay for college. I have to save up for college. Have you guys seen the tuition lately? It's really high. And that's why we need this. This affects everyone. As Cora said, it affects women, it affects youth, and it also, speaking of youth, does it not disproportionately affect immigrant youth and people of color? Yeah. This is why we're out here fighting. We're fighting for everyone. This will help everyone. Thank you.
With the power to be equal. When I say power to, y'all say the people. Power to, power to. When I say power to, y'all say the people. Power to, power to. Prophets speak that propaganda. You can't take a man's land. They call it promised land. Occupations imperial. The rich killing cereal. A tax that's for cash and things material. It happened since back before they knew the earth was spherical. I say it's time to solve the problem and twisted capitalistic visions. It's not natural to live in a world with 1/5 in prison. Gotta raise this. Like Angela Davis got a project to stop them locking up us living in a profit-driven